Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I finally started my Doctor Who marathon, my indoctrination. Basically, I've had trouble working out how to get into Doctor Who for the last few years. I saw a few episodes as a kid, the Tom Baker years, and thought that was Doctor Who. They were reruns. I thought it was like current, and there was only one. Came to discover years later the show went for like 27 years. There were like seven different Doctors, and yeah, I watched the first season with Christopher Eccleston when the new show started up, and then I sort of hadn't really followed it and just seen a few random episodes and specials. And I've been trying to work out how to get into it. So, because not all these seasons are available on DVD and Blu-ray, and not all the episodes are available because some have been lost, I wasn't sure how to do that. So I've just decided to do a marathon of just random episodes and stories in rough chronological order. So sort of a couple stories for each Doctor, basically, just to get a sense of the original era. And of course, I started with An Unearthly Child. That's the name of the first episode, and then it's sort of the four episodes of that story are sort of known as The Unearthly Child, I think. So yes, now I had seen most of An Unearthly Child a while ago because I found them all available somewhere online a while ago and should have watched them then, but didn't. And I kind of liked it. But I didn't finish it. Now, this time, of course, I finished it and watched the whole story. Now, it starts off really interesting. You have the theme song extended into the credits, and you have this police officer sort of in like a sort of misty sort of night, sort of looking around a scrapyard where there's, you know, the police box, and we all know what it is, of course, but no one else does. And we go to a girl at school, and the teachers are talking about her. She's very unusual. She seems to have great knowledge in some areas and be totally out of step in other areas. And they suspect something weird is happening with her, so they get together and decide to follow the girl and see where she goes because they can't get in contact with the parent. And the address that they've given is like just the address of a scrapyard. There's no building there. So they go into the scrapyard and they follow her, and eventually they encounter the Doctor. And they get taken into the TARDIS, which surprised me. I didn't think they'd actually go into the TARDIS. I didn't know they were the companions. I thought it was just oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of the daughter, the granddaughter. Damn, is it Sandra? Eesh, that was bad. But yeah, so they end up going into the TARDIS. They encounter the Doctor. The Doctor is very arrogant, very rude, not really charming. And he's got long sort of grey hair. He's very old. And I've seen pictures of this guy, the actor William Hartnell. And I always thought, oh, he looks too old to be the Doctor. So I don't think of the Doctor as like an old, they were going for an old teacher sort of vibe, grandfather. I didn't particularly like him. I did like Susan. I think the daughter's Susan. I liked the granddaughter. The teachers weren't good. The TARDIS looked good. Everything was fine until they decided to, you know, jump and leave that time, and they end up on a planet full of, not Cro-Magnons, but basically backwards humanoids. It wasn't Earth, but it was humanoids, and they had sort of the same sort of culture. And yeah, the next three episodes, they're basically fighting these, you know, prehistoric men, and sort of their sort of tribal rights and their power dynamics, and trying to work out who rules based on who can create fire and all this. And I'm like, you know, it's probably my least favorite thing is going back to like tribal prehistoric cultures in science fiction stories, because number one, it's cheap because you just get a bunch of people, make them look dirty and put them in rags, and you have them living on the land, or you know, there's no structures, there's no buildings, there's no set design or anything. It's basically just, yeah. So I'm like, damn, that started off so well. I was really enjoying the first episode until they travelled, and then the next three episodes it was like, it's kind of almost fun, but no. So yeah, so the first episode, great. The overall story, not my favourite science fiction story. It's something they did a lot, and in science fiction usually seems to be to save on the budget, and they did a lot in Stargate. So yeah, eventually, of course, they escape these you know, this tribe and run back to the TARDIS, jump in, and off they go on the next adventure. And you do see at the end of each adventure where the next one's going, which is something I always felt sort of kind of judgmental about. I felt like it was like a soap opera back when I saw it in the day. It was like, I felt like it was kind of cheap. You didn't watch because it was good, you watched because you need to know what happened next. I sort of didn't really respect Doctor Who a lot. And that was an element that I thought I was wrong about. And I'm like, oh no, there it is. We're going right into the next episode, then it stops. And the annoying thing with that is, once I got past a certain number of episodes, I ran out of episodes, and now I sort of like, I wonder what happened next, because I'm probably never going to know. Or not for a few years at least. But yeah, so that's my review of An Unearthly Child, the original first episode and the first story of Doctor Who. Doctor Who? That's how he got his name. Someone says Doctor Who, that's it. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of Unearthly Child and the early days of Doctor Who.